Okay. So the idea behind the macro, we're going to open the same file that we worked with previously. The idea behind the macro, remember when I said the monkey work? This is the same thing. Remember when we did the file previously? When I did the previous file, guys, we did the previous file, if you can see over here, you realize that we did it for the total sales. Okay, imagine, you realize, guys, that we did it for total sales. Should come up right now. Okay. Okay, so we did it for total sales, right? We did it for total sales. If I come back to you and I say, I want you to do the same thing, but for table sales. And then I come back and I say, I want you to do exactly the same thing, but for chair sales. Okay? You could do it. Okay, but that's considered the work that's not useful. Let's do it another way. Excel gives you something called a macro. A macro makes you record all of your steps. كل خطواتك تسويها. Then you keep it on a file, and whenever you want to repeat it, just click. It repeats with any new file that you have. So let's go back on this again. Instead of putting everything on the same place, I just put the total sales here, the tables here, and the chairs here. Okay, كل واحد بتاب جديد. Everyone in a different tab. Okay, so how I want to present it here at H1, أبي أحط all of the clients and all of the salespeople. What you want to do is, instead of just starting, for example, going here and saying equals unique and so on. Okay, instead of starting over here, guys, and doing it here, and then doing it again here, and then doing it again here, let's do a new way. Before you start doing anything, go to, if you look at here in the tabs, go to the developer tab, Okay, there's an icon here called record macro. Okay, once you click record macro, it records everything you're doing in Excel. Let's give it a shot. Record macro. What do you want to call this? They called it macro 2. Let's keep it macro 2. Click OK. And then once we click OK, معناته it's recording. اي شيء تسويه الحين قاعد يسجله. Let's go for it. Here in H2, let's click equals unique. Give me all of the salespeople. Enter. I'm gonna do it pretty quickly, guys, but everything's recorded. You can watch it later on YouTube. Okay, let's do the same thing over here. Click copy, paste, data, remove duplicates. Thank you. Have 10 unique. Copy, paste special, transpose. Put this all in bold. Then you go to the columns and then you widen the columns. And then you click equals sum ifs, sum range, كل مبيعاتهم, fix this, comma. Criteria range number 1, the salesperson, fix this, comma. The criteria is Catherine, but you just want to fix the H column, comma. Criteria number 2 is the client, fix this. And which criteria are you looking for? I want it to be whatever you find in column 1. Okay, here you just want to fix the number, not the letter. عندك الأرقام. Let's go to the end. Paste. You go here and you click double click. أعطاني كل شيء. You want to do the total equals sum. Go to the end. Total equals sum. دائما اعودكم يا جماعه get used to going تستخدمون هذا النظام مو not dragging it using the mouse. So now we have all of the numbers over here. We want to keep it in a neat manner. You put it in a comma style and you don't need the decimal places. Final step, you make the totals bold. And then let's add some color. Let's do the border. The border to separate the totals from the other numbers. And then let's do a left border. Baggy, good. Baggy, let's do the conditional formatting over here. Click, color scales. Let's do the conditional formatting over here. Color scales. And let's do the conditional formatting such that we can remove the zeros. الأرقام الصفر نبيها تكون شنو؟ نبيها تكون مو واضحة وايد، نبيها نرجعها من الباك جراوند. ف equal cell equal to 0. You want to give it a custom format and we want to make the color gray. Click OK. Click OK. رتب لي كل شيء. Okay شباب. Keep in mind guys, if you make a mistake, let's call this a mistake. لا ماكو مانع. مسحه يعني الماكرو راح يستوعب دام قاعد تصلح مشاكلك ماكو مانع. زين روح حق الديفلوبر واتس نوت ا تايم ثينج، فيعني تقدر تخلي الماكرو شغال وتخلي الكمبيوتر تنام تقعد من النوم تكمل، ما راح يقعد ساعه الفد هاي مالتك. خلصت اموري؟ ستوب ريكوردينج. خلصت، هاي الامور عجبتني صح؟ ستوب ريكوردينج. سجل كل خطواتي. سجل كل خطواتي. زين روح حق التيبلز ومعطيك اياهم الحين لكل السيلز بيبل، بس مبيعاتهم فقط only for the tables. It only gives you the tables over here. And I tell you, do the same thing. And I go to chairs, do the same thing. Okay? If you إذا أنت قيمة بشركتك, if you're a valuable person and you have and your time is of value, you shouldn't repeat the same steps again. وايد أفضل من كذي. خلي الكمبيوتر يسويها أو أي شخص ثاني. روح هني. أنا عيدي لي إياها. إيش بسوي؟ You already recorded it صح؟ You go here under the developer screen and you click macros. And you click macros. زين you have a macro named macro2 صح؟ مو هذاك اللي سميناه كذي؟ macro2. What should you do? Run it. Okay. شوف كل اللي موجود هني and run the macro, do it again. Okay. نشوف في غلطة هني. For some reason it's giving me spill. Unique. اوكي شباب لسبب ما هذا the unique function isn't working here again. The unique function for some reason it's not working. Plan A is I would do this one again. So you click here paste because the unique function isn't working. Or actually let's click equals unique. And then you do this, copy, and you paste it over here. Paste just the values so that you can keep the format. That's the idea behind it. Okay? Or the more correct thing to do is you go back to here and you do the macro all over again using another method. أساس إنه ما يطلع لك هذا الerror. Go to chairs. Let's see if the same thing works. Macros, run the same macro again. Does it give me spill؟ نفس الحالة يعطيني spill. So there's في مشكلة معاهم لما استخدم unique مو راضي the function for some reason isn't working. Help on this error. What does spill mean? Formula returns multiple results and Excel cannot return the results to the grid. For more details on these types of follow the topic links. Okay. We can read this about this later on. بس الغرض, instead of using a unique function for this macro, I'll record a new macro. But instead of doing unique, I'll do this هالحركة اللي هو copy, paste, data, remove duplicates, enter, فهمتوا? copy and I'll paste it over here. And see if that works. في التسجيل